Probably should take off the lens cap before I start the video. Another day, another video in the quest to make my 2020 R1 completely blacked out. What's going on, guys? Motonosity here. Welcome back to the channel. We've got the 2020 R1, as I said, and ever since I bought this bike, I've been on a quest to make sure that every piece on this bike is black. Not every piece, but pretty much blacked out bike. Now, it's been a little while since we've done the last mod on this bike, I think. Probably the mirrors. The Rizoma, by the way, you guys love these things. And I hear that they are now available for, I think the new R6, you can get them on that bike now. I'll put a link down in the description if you guys wanna check those out. But there's only a couple more pieces on this bike that I really need to do that'll complete the look. After that, maybe we'll switch everything up and it won't be black anymore. But for now, it's gonna be a blacked out bike. So we do have to do the levers. I haven't gotten those yet, but the guys over at Motivation hooked me up with one of the more major pieces that we need to do on the bike, and that is the rear sets. We've been waiting for a long time on these because I'm stubborn and I want it all black. We've got the Gillies rear sets for this bike. However, there's a little piece on them, and it's the little piece that's in this bag, but they only come in red, I think. And so we asked them if they could make ones that were black, and they did. It just took a long time. So we've got the Gillies rear sets. I'm pretty excited for these. It's kind of difficult to hold a camera and a box at the same time. We did the same ones, I think, on the S1000. I'll show you guys those real quick. We're gonna do them on the R1. I think Gillies makes some of the nicer rear sets. There's a lot of different options out there. These Gillies ones, they're something else. So they're already black from the factory, but not the pegs, not the shift lever, and they don't look particularly like exciting or nice. And yeah, so it's just something that we need to do. The other thing is I put these Louis Moto tank grips on the side. I like them, they're comfortable, but I want something that provides a little bit more grip. So Motivation also, if I can find it, of course I can find it, because this weekend I actually organized all my stuff. So now we have each bike in their own little section with all the mods that I still need to do. So there you guys just got a little teaser. So we've got, for the R1, the tech spec, and I think these are snake skin. Which ones are these? No, these are the Gripster. They make a few different ones. These are kind of like comfortable and grippy. So I'm also gonna put those on today. It's not really like relevant to putting on rear sets, but I wanted to put them on, and I feel like it's not gonna take a lot of time. I gotta put them in some video, so we're gonna put it in this one. Hopefully, I'll take the bike out for a ride, but today it's super, super cold, but maybe I'll bundle up and go for a ride. So here are the Gillies ones on the S1000. Very, very nice. I've got a little carbon fiber heel guard right there. The pegs and the shift lever, super, super grippy. I like the feel that you get on these. Plus, adjustability. That's the main thing that you're getting out of doing aftermarket rear sets. One, they look nice, but mainly you have adjustability. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the bike on a rear stand to just make things easier, and we'll get started. All right, so here we've got the rear sets that we're gonna be putting on, and they're actually a little bit different than the ones for my S1000, and I actually like these more. They're a little bit more elegant in how they've designed it. If we look over here at my S1000, the way that you actually adjust these is by moving this peg into the different slots. On these, however, you adjust it with rotation and sliding this little unit back and forth, which I personally think looks a lot better than just having, you know, the empty holes there. This actually looks complete. So as you can see, here is the red that we've got to replace, custom made. Well, All right, so I straight up don't know how to get this thing off because it is now stripped, refused to loosen at all. Whether I used impact, whether I did it by hand, tried to use some pliers and twist it, that thing does not want to come off. The rear set looks nice. Got that set up. Obviously not adjusted or anything like that. I have to test it out first. So I hope your day is going better than mine. It's actually the next day. I spent several hours last night trying to remove that single bolt, and I did not. Here's what I'm dealing with. As you can tell, I've pretty much destroyed this bolt. I've tried all the methods to remove it. Heating it up, I've tried freezing it. I've tried cutting a slot in it to use a different screwdriver. I've tried several different bolt extractor kits. I've tried pliers. I've tried vice grips. It does not want to come out. I'm pretty sure that they welded that bolt in there. So my only idea now, take it over to Fry's house because he has a welder, and weld a nut on there and try to remove it that way. But he's working today. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and continue with the install on the other side. Hopefully that won't be as problematic. All right, so where this mounting point is, it's actually made to have part of the stock exhaust behind it, which has threads to screw into. This doesn't actually have threads. It's not screwing into anything. So what I'm gonna have to do is get a nut that fits this and put it on the opposite side of this. All right, so right side is done. Fortunately, I didn't have any issues on this side, aside from the one nut that I needed, which I just happened to have. So got that on, and that side is complete. So they look freaking amazing. So as soon as Fry has some time, I can go over there and we'll see if we can weld on a nut and get that bolt off. Right now, I'm gonna move on to the tank grips. We'll get these off and we'll put the new tech spec ones on and see how they are.
Up. This is lit.
I don't know what material this is, but oh my gosh, this feels incredible. This is like one of the grippiest feeling materials I have ever felt. So those are the Tech Spec Gripster. That is done. I'm actually gonna go over to Fry's right now and hopefully we can get that bolt, a nut welded onto that bolt so we can get it off, and then we can test out everything that we installed. All right, so I'm here at Fry's and we've already removed the bolt, but Fry has a magical set of bolt extractors. See, I don't know if this would work for everything, but it worked perfectly for this because the bolt that was on there,
It was mangled.
yeah, it had Loctite, but it was blue Loctite, so it should have come off. But this is a round head, so it worked really well. Probably can't see that. It's not gonna focus when I have my eyes in. There we go. So it's a round head, so it went on there perfectly, but it just like fits over it, and we used a clamp. I'm gonna link these down in the description.
You know Lowe's.
That thing was magical. And the problem with mine, so he's got bolt extractor kit like I have. I have ones like this, but one of them just straight up snapped inside of the bolt. Yeah, so it's off. The kit for the rear sets actually comes with a new bolt for this. So it doesn't even matter that this thing is completely destroyed. By the way, you like Fry's 20-foot reindeer? Is it 20 feet? How tall is that actually? It looks like it's 20 feet tall.
It's 20 feet.
It's taller than his house.
Well, you're looking at his butthole. You should probably look at his face.
Yeah. YouTube don't demonetize me. Look at the quality of this road. Did a little field test before I took the bike out, just did some minor adjustments just to get it in roughly the position that I thought felt the best just sitting there. Didn't want to do anything crazy before I actually rode the bike, but it feels pretty good. There's only a couple changes that I would make, but that's the nice thing about having aftermarket rear sets is all the adjustability. I don't know if it's that when I replace the red pieces that I put the pegs in slightly the wrong position, but I feel like the right side needs to come up just a little bit, but I honestly might bring both sides up just a little bit. When I installed the left side, the shift side, I actually did install the kit as GP shift. So I did a GP shift, so now the S1000 and the R1 are both GP shift. And honestly, I don't know if it's just the angles of things with how I have everything put on there, or it's the lever or what, but the shift seems even nicer than it was before. But yeah, I'm really happy with the rear sets. Woo! There's like some sand there. I gotta say, these tank grips though, usually you have to make a decision on whether you want something that's like comfortable or cheap or grippy. Since I started using tech spec, I've always felt that they have a really good balance of all that, but I hadn't tried these versions before. But these actually have like a foam behind the grip, so they're actually comfortable, but they're very low profile, so it really feels like you're hugging the tank still, yet they're, you know, comfortable and super grippy. I love this material. It feels good, and it's like still nice with, you know, normal pants. I'll link all this down below, the rear sets, the tank grips, so you guys can check them out for your bike. All in all, good install here. But what else do we need to do on this? Levers, absolutely. I do have new grips as well. Oh, and then all my crash protection. I know after doing that R7 video, all the crash protection on that, the fact that I don't have it on this is honestly unacceptable. So I got crash protection coming soon. Oh, there's different small carbon fiber pieces that I want to do. I'm not going to do like a ton of carbon fiber, but just a little bit. By the way, if you guys haven't noticed in my videos for the past few months, I switched from my RAM mount to using quad lock, and I gotta say I'm a freaking huge fan. I did just get the iPhone 13 Pro though, so I need to pick up the new case. Link down below to that. I'm gonna be making a video installing quad locks on the rest of my bikes, but I gotta say I'm very happy. Well, that's gonna be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you want to see any of the parts, those are down below, along with a playlist link to the full build on this bike if you guys want to see any of this other stuff that I've done to it. If you guys want to get any of my merch, motonosity.com. The link is down in the description as always. You guys have been awesome. I've been Motonosity. Remember, life spread with horsepower, keep life live, and I'll see you guys in the next one.